All right, family. Black Power is the true power with General Sarah Seti. Kick back. Let me clean that off. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to not only the Sarah Seti YouTube page, but the General Seti YouTube page, two dynamic powerhouse institutions on YouTube, giving you nothing but black power, black divinity. I want you to subscribe immediately. I want you to become a member. The link for memberships right down in the video description in the chat. Click it, you get a video introduction, rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. The General got a new website up on Teachable, uploading a lot of dynamic curriculums, powerhouse programs, certificate courses. The first one up, 25 Steps to the Redemption of Definitive Black Manhood for the brothers, an amazing program for advanced manhood strategies. I want you to get over there, designed by the General himself. Also includes the Brotherhood of Heru Roundtable live stream once a week, where the brothers sit down, discuss very important information pertinent to their growth and development. It's nothing like it, family. It's just for you, designed just for your growth and development. Get over there and check it out. Ring the alarm, KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarah Seti, DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor accessories for every room in the house. I got something for you. I know you're going to like and love. Get over there, check out that catalog, get a discount, shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, Seti University, over 2,500 videos, 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the General. Old Mecca, ancient Egypt, from Naga to Nigga, African origins of the Hindu Kush, Christianity, Judaism, Islam exposed, the black woman is God, the making of the white man, and so many more. Not another website that could compare or compete. You should join today. And everybody knows Seti popping on Patreon. We got that fire dropping tomorrow. I want you in the house. This is going to be a powerful one. I got some hell of a footage. We talking about, are there hillbilly cannibals hiding in the Appalachian Mountains? God damn it, they might be in the attic, they might be in the alley. We just don't know. They didn't came down into the cities, hiding in these abandoned buildings and every goddamn thing. They are real, and I got footage, and it's gonna blow the mind. I want you in the house. Also, we dropping we talking about, let's get it in there. Let's get it in there. That's right. Let's get it in there. Bingo, the sacred zoo types of ancient Egypt and the Ta-Netaru land, which is the land, the homeland of the gods and goddesses, speaking to the origins of ancient Egypt in the interior of Africa, where our people originated from. I want you to get in there, get this information because it's powerful. We shutting down all these fake philosophies and ideologies. We coming with nothing but the truth. Get over there and get this work. To the family out there donated to the General, I thank you. I appreciate you. Those that would like to donate, the link is in the chat. Please hit the link, donate. I thank you very much. To all the family out there, make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels. King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment, comment, comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Now they talking, Trump has come out again once again. We talking about this birthright citizenship, being born in America. Just being born in America. People, the Hispanics is saying that this gives them the right that they citizens, and Donald Trump said that's not true. That it was only meant for the free black slaves post-slavery, post-Civil War. This is what that was for, to give our children that, that they, being born here, that they will get citizenship. Black people, not no any other people. It was strictly for our people, okay? And that's very, because everybody always talking about, what's a FBA, what's foundational Black American, why are they trying to separate themselves, but then when you go back to their land, they ain't got that same philosophy. Motherfuckers go over into their land and you don't get that type of respect. But they think that they can come over here and literally get the same respect as us, and we built the goddamn nation. Lie and say we didn't do that, and they want our birthright, they want our land, they want our legacy. A lot of them do. A lot of them have respect for who we are, and we respect them, for having the decency to respect the legacy of their family, and what they have accomplished in their own land. We give them credit. I give them credit. I speak of all the greats of all, the global African history. You see, I speak of all the global, but we got our own legacy here too, and a lot of people, they want to, like I said, they want to steal our legacy, but they coming out but they don't get on Donald Trump. They don't get on these Europeans who's also saying the same thing. Y'all want to come over here and establish yourself. Y'all want to eat. Y'all want to eat off of the, when it wasn't healthy, as the nation wasn't as healthy as it is today, motherfucker didn't want to come over. You see what I'm saying? They didn't want to come over. They was where they was at. But now that the nation is filthy rich and the motherfucker can come over here, make a million selling water on the corner. You understand? Make 100,000 selling water on the corner. They want to come over here and they want to get citizenship. They want to get, housing. They want to get everything that they can get and turn their nose up to us. And we built the goddamn nation. You see? And so y'all so the birthright citizenship ain't got nothing to do with you. This was a law passed back during post-Civil War to make sure that the children of slaves, it didn't have nothing to do with what the fuck. We had work. We didn't have citizenship. You know what I'm saying? And so, we had to make sure that, that our babies had the same right. We were free, that our babies would have citizenship in this nation. It didn't have nothing to do. This had something to do with slavery. It ain't had nothing to do with you climbing up under the goddamn wall in this break in and slide them and then come over here and have a baby and think you gonna get a check. Our people have been working over here for damn near 300 years. You see what I'm saying? Doing building up these empires of these plantation owners who flipped it and went into being rubber barons, getting their money on the steamboats and shit. They flipped the money from the cotton and went into the steamboat. They went into other areas and people lost understanding of what they, where they got their money from. You see what I'm saying? Once the slavery was had been abolished, they flipped the wealth that they had from slavery into other things. But that's what, they parlay, you know what I'm saying? The money from slavery into other industries, which is still built on our backs, because you wouldn't have had that from the very beginning. You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't have had none of that. And so we built this motherfucker. And so that's why, the birthright was established. But people don't understand. There's a whole lot of nations on this planet that do not have birthright. They don't have it in Africa, but they want to come over here and get it. Now, I'm not saying that to this. It's true, a lot of them do. So a lot of them just do it the legal way and got their citizenship. You see, they did it the legal way. Tip my hat. You know what I'm saying? We can't get away with breaking no fucking laws. They'll lock our ass up for goddamn, the smallest little thing. Motherfucker jaywalk. Get that nigga 10 years. You see what I'm saying? We don't get no break. So when we hear a motherfucker climbing up under a guy, nigga, if you breaking anybody goddamn house in the United States, nigga, you going to jail. And they're going to try to slap your ass with the highest maximum goddamn, What I'm talking about, the charge, you understand what I'm saying? Sentence. When they get ready to sentence your ass, they're gonna give you the maximum sentence that they could give you. So you don't get away from breaking. You didn't broke into it, and you want to come in the country, break in, come in, have a baby, and then get a check and say, well, okay, your child is a citizen. They born. No, you can't do that. Damn near no nation in Africa or Asia. The only nations that really have birth or citizenship is in the Western Hemisphere. Really. You can't go over in Europe and get it. You can't get it in Africa. You can't get it in majority of countries in Asia. You can't get birthright in China. You can't get birthright in Russia. No, you can't get birthright. So they act as if what Donald Trump is doing is something just outlandish. That's a goddamn lie. The majority of nations on the planet, and because this is best for us. Motherfuckers coming over here and taking, and we already don't have. You see what I'm saying? They swelling the pot, got their hand in the goddamn pot. Fuck no. Hell no. I don't believe in that. And so, that's very critical. I got the goddamn video here. Here you go.
Mr. President, breaking news. A short time ago, the Supreme Court agreed to hear oral arguments in the case about ending birthright citizenship. How confident are you that the court will rule in your favor and allow that order to end birthright citizenship to go forward?
Well, you're just telling me that for the first time. I am so happy. I think the case has been so misunderstood. That case, birthright citizenship, is about slavery. If you look at the details of it, the signings of it, everything else, that case is all about slavery. And if you view it from that standpoint, people understand it. But for some reason, lawyers don't talk about it. The news doesn't talk about it. That's not about tourists coming in and touching a piece of sand and all of a sudden they're a citizenship.
Right.
They're a citizen. That is all about slavery. And even look at the dates on which it was signed. It was right at that era, right after the Civil War. And if you look at it that way, the case is an easy case to win. And I hope the lawyers talk about birthright citizenship and slavery, because that's what it was all about. And it was a very positive, it was meant to be positive. And they use it now instead, not for slavery, they use it for people that come into our country and they walk in and all of a sudden they become citizens and they pay a lot of money to different cartels and others.
What up, nephew?
It's all about slavery, and if you look at it that way, we should win that case.
You hear that? So it was about slavery. And so, yeah, they trying to use a law that was passed, you understand, to give our babies legal citizenship in the United States. And they trying to use that for everybody that come over here. That ain't got shit to do with nothing. That was to clear, to establish a wrong on our behalf. You see what I'm saying? That was they was trying to establish a wrong on our behalf and to clarify that our babies were citizenship, citizenship would have citizenship. Okay, not that anybody that could come over here and sneak into the United States and have children, and they themselves are not citizens. You know what I'm saying? That's a Trojan horse. That's a fucking Trojan horse. If people think that, goddamn, motherfucker raise an army within your goddamn nation. If that's the case, motherfucker come over here, have motherfucker sneak in, have children, have an agenda, let them grow up, and then motherfucker have an army inside your goddamn house, if that's the goddamn case. So you can't allow people to do no shit like that. We got to make sense. That's a Trojan horse. And people know that. That's why you can go again to the majority of nations on the planet and they do not have birth of citizenship. because they know it's some countries that would most definitely send a lot of goddamn people over to their nation, get them in there, have children, and undermine the damn nation from within. You see what I'm saying? With an agenda from without. Okay, so we cannot, and so I'm in agreement with that. Now, I'm not always in agreement, but I'm in agreement with that. Y'all stay y'all ass out of here unless you come in here the right way. And right now, it's enough people in the United States. It really is. It's 300. United States is the third largest goddamn country on the planet. It's the third largest country on the planet behind China and India. So, goddamn, it ain't like we lacking no goddamn people. We got enough people in the United States to damn near do whatever need to be done, whatever job you could educate those that is already citizens. I don't know why they keep flooding these motherfuckers in. Talking about it ain't, jobs and shit. We got, goddamn. It's enough people in here to do every fucking job that need to be done. It's just the fact that they have been, through white supremacy and racism, have been keeping, a population of black people out of these areas. They don't want us to be in these areas, and that's been to their own fucking demise. You see, and they tried to go outside of the country and get, workers and shit. That's why, China is telling them, see, when you could go over there and get them to do it for dirt cheap and come over here, see, they had a good deal. They didn't want us because they couldn't do that. They would have to pay us to make that shit. They would have to pay us. We ain't gonna make it for that. You're gonna have to give us, and even though it costs $150 to make a purse that they charge people $2,000 to $3,000 for, what was they paying the goddamn workers? You see, that's a killing. That's slavery. Once again, because when you're looking at slavery, you're getting 100% profit. You ain't really, you're getting the material dirt cheap. You're paying the motherfucking workers literally nothing compared to how much you're gonna charge. So if it costs the manufacturer, the Chinese manufacturer, $150 to make it, you see what I'm saying? And however much he gonna sell it to the European, I know it costs $150 to make, but how much is he selling it to the European? He's still gonna sell it to him dirt cheap. He gonna get his paper off of it, and the white man gonna put $3,000, $4,000 on the purse, and they giving them 75 cents American an hour. You see, so that's basically like slavery to them. See, they getting damn near all profit, an astounding profit off of that. You see, and so that's the reality why manufacturing went out in the goddamn United States. You see, it ain't like really they need no fucking workers because they got all the workers they got. You see what I'm saying? They got all the workers they fucking need. They didn't isolated us from being in these positions. You look out there on the road, you don't see that many black people out there. You might be turning the sign where it say stop, go, while they building over there, running the machinery and shit. You see what I'm saying? You see black people every now and then, but a lot of time you don't see us in them positions. You see doctors and all of that, and in these key, even when you look in goddamn Congress, how many black people is in actually senators, compared to the population, and they lie about the population, say you 13%, so they could keep you at 13%. They could keep you at 13%, tell you other people's, and so you can see how they fucking with the numbers. But that's the reality of it. And so it's best for us that, stay the fuck out, really, because it's really overpopulating, an already overpopulated situation. We don't need nobody. Why? Because it's already, look how many illegals already in here. So you're gonna keep letting people come in. That's why they trying to really keep it at the top. At the top. You know, what they trying to do is get, you know, technology and shit, people that then went to school for technology overseas so they can't pay. They doing the same thing right now. Donald Trump think he's slick. He ain't starting at the bottom. He's starting at the top. And so what he'll do is he get all these, you know, from India and these other countries and bring them in, and they got some knowledge and technology, and charge them and pay them half of what they would have to pay an American worker with that same degree. You see what I'm saying? That's what they doing, and make it look like, oh, you know, oh, the Indian is so advanced. And no, motherfucker, you just don't want to pay the people over here that got that skill. That's really what it is. That's what it's boiling down to. And so if we sit back and allow them to flood, who the fuck you think? It ain't gonna hurt them. It's hurting us. That's who it's gonna hurt the fucking most. It's gonna hurt us the fucking most. And so we got to most definitely be on top of this. That's right. That's right. That's right. Ray is in there dropping heavy mental. I'm gonna put that 98% of black people work for white-owned businesses is our problem. We must stop. And that's true. That's true. That's the reality of it. That's real. We ain't got no businesses of our own. And that's what's killing. And we had it. And we got to get back there. That's how we going to survive. That's why I'm on that punk ass nigga wallow. It's essential to our survival. Black businesses are essential to our survival. I'm going to do that one today. Okay? Yeah, I appreciate y'all coming out here and stand up with the general wherever you at. I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Stay on your goddamn doing this knowledge. Don't leave this knowledge. It's essential to our survival. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Share this video with your family and friends. Get over there and you say, oh, I have my son. Well, boy, I tell you, boy, some of you people, yeah, we have been sabotaged. That's right. Don't have to. You back over here, John Rowe. Is you back over here? I'm over here educating my people. I ain't got time for you slime. You was a slime ball, John Rowe. What you doing over here? I thought you had went somewhere and crawled back in your hole. You didn't came back out? Huh? You didn't came back out? Let me do something about you. Get your slimy ass up out of here. He gone. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Support the general. Hit me up over there in the chat. I got some links over there. Most definitely Patreon going down tomorrow. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.